You know, I was talking to my dear friend Margaret the other day. Lovely woman, just turned 70. And she told me something that really got me thinking. She said, "I've been adding turmeric to my meals for years, just like everyone says, too. But lately I've been feeling a bit off after eating." Now that made me pause. Because turmeric is supposed to be this golden miracle spice, right? But what if, just what if, we've been combining it with the wrong foods all along? That's why today we're going to talk about something very important. Never eat turmeric with these 3 foods. It can cause serious health problems. Now, before you worry, I want you to know this isn't about scaring you. It's about empowering you. Because when we know better, we can do better, right? And at our age, every little bit of knowledge helps us stay vibrant, healthy, and full of energy. Now, turmeric is wonderful. It's got anti-inflammatory properties. It's great for joint pain, and some even say it helps with memory. But here's the thing. Just like how some medicines don't mix well with certain foods, turmeric can actually cause problems when paired with the wrong things. And if you're like me, you probably had no idea. So let's go through these 3 foods one by one, so you can keep enjoying turmeric the right way, without any unwanted side effects. First up, and this one might surprise you, is turmeric and dairy. Now I know what you're thinking, but I love my golden milk before bed. And believe me, I do too. A warm cup of milk with a little turmeric and honey feels like a hug in a mug. But here's the catch. Dairy, especially milk, can actually block some of turmeric's most powerful benefits. You see, turmeric contains a compound called curcumin, which is the real superstar behind all its health perks. But curcumin needs to be absorbed properly by your body to work its magic. And milk? Well, milk can slow that process way down. Now, I'm not saying you have to give up golden milk forever, but if you're taking turmeric for a specific reason like reducing inflammation or easing arthritis pain, you might want to try having it with a dairy-free alternative instead. Almond milk, coconut milk, they're both great options. That way your body can soak up all the goodness without any roadblocks. All right, let's move on to the second food you should avoid pairing with turmeric. And this one's a bit trickier because it's something many of us eat every day. High iron foods. Now, iron is important, especially for us seniors. We need it for healthy blood and energy. But here's the thing. Turmeric can actually interfere with how your body absorbs iron. So if you're eating a big spinach salad with a turmeric dressing, or taking an iron supplement with your turmeric tea, you might not be getting all the iron you need. Now, don't panic. This doesn't mean you should avoid iron-rich foods altogether. It just means you might want to space them out. Have your turmeric in the morning and your iron-rich meal a few hours later. That way, both get to do their jobs properly. Small tweaks like this can make a big difference in how you feel. Now, before we move on to the third food, which is a real shocker, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever noticed feeling a bit off after eating turmeric with certain foods? Drop a comment below and let me know. I read every single one. All right. Let's talk about the third food, the one that really surprised me when I learned about it. But we'll get into that in just a moment. Now, where were we? Ah yes, the third food you should never mix with turmeric. And let me tell you, this one might make you raise an eyebrow because it's something many of us enjoy regularly. Are you ready? Turmeric and acidic foods, like citrus fruits or vinegar, don't always play well together. Now, I know what you're thinking. But lemon and turmeric sound so refreshing together. And you're right, they do taste great. But here's the problem. Highly acidic foods can actually break down curcumin, that powerful compound in turmeric we talked about, before your body has a chance to fully absorb it. So, all those benefits, they might be slipping right through your fingers without you even realizing it. Now, does this mean you should never squeeze lemon into your turmeric tea again? Not necessarily. A little bit here and there won't hurt. But if you're taking turmeric specifically for its health benefits, say for joint pain or heart health, then you might want to avoid pairing it with big doses of citrus or vinegar. Instead, try having your turmeric with a pinch of black pepper. Did you know that actually helps your body absorb curcumin better? A little trick I learned from a nutritionist friend. Now let's take a quick step back because I want to make sure something is crystal clear. When we say never eat turmeric with these foods, we're not saying they're dangerous in a scary, immediate way. It's not like mixing bleach and ammonia, thank goodness. Instead, it's more about making sure you're getting the full benefits of turmeric without accidentally canceling them out. Because let's face it, if we're putting in the effort to stay healthy, we want it to count, right? Think of it like this. Turmeric is like a hard-working little helper in your body. But if we keep giving it tasks that clash with its natural abilities, it can't do its best work. So by avoiding these 3 food combinations, dairy, high iron, foods, and too much acidity, we're basically clearing the path for turmeric to do exactly what it's meant to do: support our health as we age. Now I can already hear some of you saying, but what if I love these combinations? What if my favorite salad dressing has turmeric and lemon? Well, here's the good news. You don't have to give them up completely. It's all about balance and timing. Maybe enjoy that citrusy turmeric dressing earlier in the day and save your plain turmeric tea for the evening. Or if you're having an iron-rich meal, just wait an hour or 2 before or after taking turmeric. Small adjustments can make all the difference. And here's something else to consider. Turmeric isn't just about what you pair it with. How you prepare it matters too. For example, heating turmeric lightly in a healthy fat like coconut oil or olive oil can actually help your body absorb more curcumin. That's why so many traditional recipes sauté turmeric in oil before adding other ingredients. It's those little wisdom nuggets passed down through generations that can make all the difference. Now, before we go any further, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever noticed that turmeric works better or doesn't work as well with certain foods in your diet? Share your experiences in the comments below. And if you've already tried adjusting how you take turmeric, let us know if you've felt a difference, because the more we learn from each other, the healthier we can all be. Coming up next, we'll talk about a few bonus tips to make the most of turmeric, including the best time of day to take it and a simple trick to boost its benefits even further. So stay with me. You know, when it comes to our health, especially as we get a little wiser in years, it's often the small things that make the biggest difference. And that's exactly what we've been talking about today. Those little tweaks that help turmeric work for us, not against us. So before we finish up, let's go over a few extra tips to make sure you're getting the absolute most out of this golden spice. First, let's talk about timing. Have you ever wondered if there's a best time of day to take turmeric? Well, here's what I've learned. If you're using turmeric for joint health or inflammation, taking it in the morning might help you stay mobile and comfortable throughout the day. But if you're using it to support digestion or relaxation, a warm cup of turmeric tea in the evening could be just the thing. It's all about listening to your body and seeing what feels right for you. Now here's a tip you might not have heard before. Turmeric loves company. The right kind, that is. We already talked about how black pepper helps your body absorb curcumin, but did you know that a tiny pinch of healthy fat, like coconut oil or ghee, can make it even more effective? That's because curcumin is fat-soluble, meaning it dissolves best in fats. So next time you make golden milk or a turmeric tea, try stirring in just a teaspoon of coconut oil. It might sound a little unusual at first, but trust me, your body will thank you. Now I know some of you might be thinking, what about turmeric supplements? Are they just as good as the real thing? Well, it depends. High-quality supplements can be a great option, especially if you don't love the taste of turmeric or if you want a more concentrated dose. But here's the catch. Not all supplements are created equal. Look for ones that contain piperine, that's the active component in black pepper, or are labeled bioavailable. And as always, check with your doctor before adding anything new to your routine, especially if you're on medications, since turmeric can interact with some of them. And that brings me to my final thought for today. Turmeric is powerful, but it's not magic. It's one piece of the puzzle, a wonderful golden-hued piece, but real health comes from the whole picture. Good food, gentle movement, plenty of rest, and a happy heart. So while we're being mindful of how we use turmeric, let's not forget to enjoy life too. A little laughter, a little love, and maybe a sprinkle of turmeric on your roasted veggies. That's the recipe for a life well lived, don't you think? So, my dear friends, Here's what I hope you take away from our time together today. Turmeric is a gift, but like all good things, it works best when we use it wisely. Avoid pairing it with dairy, high-iron foods, and too much acidity, and instead try it with black pepper, healthy fats, and at the right time for your body. Small changes, big results. That's the beauty of it. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried any of these tips already? Or do you have a favorite way to enjoy turmeric that I didn't mention? Share your thoughts in the comments, because this is how we learn from each other and grow healthier together. And if you found this video helpful, do me a kindness and hit that like button, or better yet, subscribe to the channel for more tips on living your very best life after 60. After all, age is just a number, but feeling great? That's priceless. Here's to your health, your happiness, and all the golden years ahead. Cheers, my friends, and I'll see you next time.